YouTube family, my junk family, juntrepreneurs. What's going on? What up, though? It's Mr. AMG, Mr. Load and Go. All right. Self-proclaimed Mr. Load and Go, Mr. AMG, man. Mr. Juntrepreneur of the foreseeable future. You know what I mean? Bigging up myself. Always big up yourself, all right? Don't let nobody tell you that you ain't this and you ain't that, man. You tell yourself that you that, all right? So, evening time where I'm at, decided to pull up to the lake, man. One of my favorite places to be, man, just to get my mind right, you know, and just to connect with nature. I love it. Creeks, streams, you know, that's wooded, but not too wooded because I'm not the hiking guy to go through the woods and be on some like movie type stuff or something like having or something like that. Not that I'm worried about that, but you know, I like nature, man. Everything about nature. You feel me? So got a question in my DM, man, about the Load and Go service, man. A lot of people are taking notice to it. I've had to correct some people on the pronunciation of it. Load and Go. All right. Load and Go. Now you do yours how you want to do it. Load and go. Load to go. You know what I mean? Put your own drip on it. Put your own flavor on it. All right. That's what make it unique. So I decided that I would put a little bit of more information into how I particularly, all right, particularly go about it. All right, particularly go about it. Videos be unedited, man. I just be like coming off the head with these, man. So y'all bear with me, man. When something just come to my mind, man, I just want to film. And actually, when I be actually putting stuff down on topics I want to talk about, they be all right, man. But I find the best when I just, you know, get a question or I'm just coming off of something because I'm just feeling that vibe. So, the Load and Go service, how I run the Load and Go service, and what I suggest for you if you plan on doing a Load and Go service. All right. I just suggest pricing your Load and Go service, you know, as affordable as someone who would be doing a simple quick pickup. You know, so in your area, it may vary. I'm not here to talk about pricing and how I do my thing and stuff like that. I think I mentioned that before to somebody, you know, in my DM. And, you know, they was like, where they was at, you know, that's what they charging for them to go and do it. You know what I mean? So in every area is going to vary. But particularly, I got it good that time. All right, where I'm at, I found a little wiggle room for myself to be just as affordable or a little bit less affordable. Because let's face it, all right, junk removal, when you get a junk removal job, you do have a minimum pickup. All right, most people have a minimum pickup, and I understood that. And what I actually understood even more was the fact that for myself, all right, remind you, I was dealing with foot surgery. I wasn't going to be out there to get the minimum pickup. Now I have a minimum pickup that, you know, when I can get some stuff. And if you look at some of my other videos, I was picking up things. That was my minimum pickup. Where I'm at, the minimum pickup just really don't cut it versus how many calls I was getting. So I had to find a way to make my time more valuable. All right, because at the end of the day, I'm not worried about being the cheapest person around. People don't know me for being the cheapest in my city. You know what I mean? People know me for, shall I say, they know AMG. All right, because it's more than just me. I'm the face. You know, I'm the one that's out here doing the daily operations. You feel me? I'm out here and people know us for the service we provide. You know what I mean? We're not the cheapest. So if you're looking for the cheapest prices and you watching this in my area, nah, this ain't that. You're not about to get that here because we over here understand our time. All right. We understand the value of it, and we understand what you or they need to happen. All right. And in order for that to occur, we got to all be in agreements. All right. So I found my sweet spot where I can do this load and go thing, man. And let me tell you, I ain't perfected it yet, but I'm still doing what I'm doing with it. And, you know, it's something in my city, man, like can't nobody say they do the load and go. All right. So if you in my city and you watching me, you feel me? It's no slight or no shot at you saying you can't do your own thing. I market myself a different way. So you can't duplicate. You can't duplicate what's already been originated. And that go for you too. If you're gonna start your own load and go type service where you live, you gotta be creative with it, man. Because there'll be people who want to incorporate it in their thing. So you gotta find a way just to set yourself apart. Because at the end of the day, man, we're not here to reinvent the wheel. You know, I seen certain things that was going on, and I always, in my mind, am looking for a better way to do things. I'm a problem solver, naturally. I'm a problem solver by heart. All right, I've been that way forever, man. I've worked for many employers, and I never could understand some of the things and how the way they was moving. And these were billion. I work right now, currently still, all right, for a multi-billion-dollar company that, you know, have government contracts, aerospace. All right. Let me tell you something. All that sounds sweet, but when you work for these companies and you see how they running things, let me tell you something. Let them put AMG behind that big oak desk. All right. Let them put AMG behind a 26-inch, you know, LCD computer screen or a 40-inch TV LCD computer screen or something, and give me the big cushion chair with the nice view overlooking the lake and all of that stuff right there. Hey, we gonna do multi-billions. If y'all doing a B right now, put AMG behind that desk, and we gonna do mega Bs, multi Bs. I'm telling you, man, because you know, I'm a visionary. I see things and I'm looking at how to make things better. And that's how you need to be looking at things too. So with the load and go, all right, with the load and go, if you're going to do it, you got to look at your market and look at junk removal specifically and see how people are moving in your area. All right. And then you got to make your adjustments. That's just it. That just is what it is. You know what I mean? A little bit of AMG juice right there, man. You feel me? Get the fluids going. All right. You gotta be willing to look at the junk removal market, man. And you just gotta find your sweet spot on what you're willing to do. That's just all it is out here. You gotta find your sweet spot on what you're willing to do and what you're not willing to do. Again, if they looking for the cheapest prices, and that's you, so be it. That ain't me. That ain't us. Shouldn't be you. Charge your worth. Know your worth. All right, man. Charge your worth. People been collecting things for, you know, an extended period of time and expect, you know, someone to just come in there and just grab it because it's junk. It's not just junk. It's time. It's time. This is why I like the dumpster rental, because you know what? I have other things to do with my time. Now, I like junk removal too, and I'm going after junk removal. We're going after junk removal in 22, even harder. And we're going to go into 23 even harder with junk removal, just because we came in the game with that as our name, AMG Junk Removal and Dumpster Rental. But dumpster rental just happened to be something that took off a little bit quicker. But we ain't gonna drop the junk removal because, see, that ain't a part of who we are, man. And we getting rid of junk however it go. But we gonna be known too also for load and go. You know what I mean? So again, let me just sum it up. Even though you watching this video and you may be like, yo, you really ain't telling me much. You ain't telling me this. You ain't saying all that and all that. Listen, man, ain't nobody tell me everything. Ain't nobody tell me, you know, the game is to be sold, not told. You feel me? I feel a certain way about courses out there. I'm bittersweet on them because I see both ends of the spectrum. But you got to read in between the lines. That's how I did, and that's how I got where I'm at right now. You feel me? And if you can do that, you'll be all right. You know, and if you want to buy a course or something later on, hey, my partner maybe later on down the line to put something together, you know, for those who want to just cut right to the, you know, cut right to it. But I'm telling you, long story short, if you really paying attention and you want to do load and go, that you got to find a way to provide a lot of value to your customer. You got to bring something to the table other than what most clean out and junk removal companies are doing. You got to find a way to do that. You got to offer a price that may not be as high as, it ain't nowhere near as high, to be honest, as them. But see, I think in this area right here, it's always quality over quantity, all right? But in load and go, you got to flip your mentality. It's quantity. See, because if I can hit multiple load and goes per day, you know, which leads to multiple load and goes per week, all right, I'm all right. I found a lane, a cap where I'm comfortable with the profits that I make for myself. I'm not out here to get all of the money because, you know, the minute you think you after all of the money, man, listen, they still print money. You could never get all of the money. You can never get it all. So you got to find a sweet spot for yourself and say, hey, this is what I'm comfortable with. I suggest going and looking at your lifestyle and your livings and looking at your means to survive. And just look at the bare minimum of what it takes for you to survive. I'm not talking about wearing the designer clothes, smoking the exotic drugs, snorting the exotic drugs, shooting them up, whatever you may do, drinking them. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about what do you need to make it through the dailies, all right? How much do you eat a day for yourself and how much do you spend on the missus? You know, how much do you spend on the mister? Whatever your sexual orientation and preference may be, how much do you spend on your children? Whoever else you got to take care of. Calculate all of the things that you would do if you wasn't doing nothing else, because that's what you got to do and that's just how you built. And then that's your bare minimum. So if you got a bare minimum of, you know, overhead and everything else costing you, let's just say, you know, 25 to 35 a month, all right, that's what it takes for you to live, then you need to find you a sweet spot for what allow you to do those type of jobs. Because clean out jobs, property evictions, garage clean outs, basement clean outs, all of that stuff, man, them junk removal jobs, they cost. A lot of people in certain areas don't got that kind of money. That's what made me come up with the load and go even more. My foot in that and talking to, you know, one of my mentors out there, man, for real, man. Just talking to one of my mentors out there, man. You know what I'm saying? Mr. Diamond, you know what I'm saying? Good guy, man. You feel me? Just getting some insight, some helpful insight from some people, man. You know, you got to be able to understand that creating value for other people is very, very important. People want to feel special. We are emotional beings. We need to feel something and we need to be shown something. So if you can't do neither one of those two, you're not going to make it. Sorry, that is what it is. I get more in depth on this video later on down the line. All right. But right now, I'm going to enjoy this, you know, not so much of a sunset that's coming down, man, because it's been cloudy, crazy windy. But hey, I'm blessed to be alive and to be here, man, and be recording and just to be a part of this. And I appreciate the DM that came into my Instagram. Anybody that got a question that they want to shoot to me, shoot it to me, send it to me. I do my best to respond to it, provide as much information as possible. All right. I'm gonna sprinkle gems all the way through. All right. But at the same time, it's on you to do your due diligence and pick up on them gems, man, because Snoop Dogg said it best back in the day, man. You feel me? I'm an 80s baby, so it was a CD that came out. The game is to be sold, not told. That's why I say it's a bittersweet thing for people to be selling courses, because I get it. It's passive income, and I plan probably at some point to get there too. But in the meantime, I know how difficult and how hard it is for some people to make some things shake, because I didn't have that opportunity. Nobody gave me that opportunity. So I believe in, blessing and giving people the knowledge that I've acquired while I'm here doing this experience. I'm gonna always do that. You feel me? But I cannot put it in your hands at the same time and tell you how to get it. You gotta figure out if this is what you really want. And if this is what you really want, stick around. All right? Because we're going to be doing a whole lot of talking. We're going to be doing a whole lot of growing. We're going to be doing a whole lot of elevating on this channel, man. It's only going to be going up, all the way up from here, man. All right? So I'm going to check y'all out on the next video. Peace.